what we mean by an MVP, minimum viable product. You are going to launch one particular product. Assume that because all of you are from pharmacy, you want to launch one particular product. You did your entire market research and you identified that there is a very good alternative for protein milk product. The market rate is around 100 rupees, and you are coming up with one particular product at 20 rupees, the same content, and at a very cheaper price. Now, what you will do is you will make one particular website, you will launch that particular product, you will do an advertisement, and you will see if that particular product is getting penetrated in some or the other doctors are willing to take it. Test whether that particular product sells. Okay. See the customer feedback. What are their opinion about that particular product? And for that, you should not spend more than 10,000 rupees, 25,000 rupees, little bit of digital marketing campaign, little bit of promotion within a particular, get into a doctor's association, display that particular product. In case if there are sellers, there are takers for that particular product, you have a venture. Otherwise, don't get into that venture. So minimum viable product is the bare minimum requirements for a product to be launched or a service to be launched. There are two aspects. One is product and second is service. Product means launching of a pill, launching of a drug, launching of whatever is a product which is tangible in nature. What is service? Service is something where you are taking the responsibilities of the logistics. You want to focus on the supply. You're going to give vehicles for movement of the product from the warehouse to the retail shops. That is the service which you're offering. Service is something which is non-tangible in nature. Over there, what we are more interested is how much time you take for the service. So if you observe Amazon, Amazon.com, Amazon is having n number of products. I'll just take you now to this site. Okay, let us look into it. This is Amazon. Okay, so you will see your all fresh Amazon mini TV, cell, gift card, n number of products are there. Is Amazon making this product? The answer is no. Okay, Amazon is not making this particular product, but Amazon says that become a seller on Amazon. So you are using this particular product to be published in Amazon, and Amazon is a value-added service provider for all the product manufacturers. Okay. So please understand, when we talk about a minimum viable product, your business will be either you make a product on your own, आप एक drug खुद बना सकते हो, or you are contributing to the sales of that particular drug. So this is what we want to tell. Now let us look into this life cycle model. Okay. You will see here there is something known as value of death. The very first time when you start a particular venture, you are totally scared. You may want to say that I don't want to get into this venture, and you will just not attempt. Means we have seen many students who are non-responsive. They say that हम लोग को तो job करना है. Now, I'll tell you shortly how the global market looks into it, but please understand this value of death is your mindset, or you may just decide to overspend on inaugurating one launch by spending 1 lakh rupee by calling all your friend relatives, and you have launched one particular product, but you have overspent it 5 lakh rupees वैसे ही party में चले गए. Value of death. So this value of death, no one funds you. Okay, you are supposed to fund yourself. So whether it is a student has to have that particular provision of 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 rupees whatsoever, and how you will do it by saving the money, or you are taking some part-time jobs. This is what happens in the international market. When you go to a foreign country for studying, you are supposed to practice on your own, and you are supposed to fend for yourself because the cost of living is on a higher side. So what you will do is you will obviously work and you will earn. So in this particular case, this value of that is where you have a lot of uncertainties. No one will invest on your venture at this particular stage. So who will invest on you? Government bodies will have funds. We have Startup India in who has funds for startups in the initial stages. We have the Nidhi Prayas kind of government schemes in which you can get investment. These investments will be very less, okay? 50,000 to 5 lakh rupees, not more than that. So you have to plan your venture in such a way that in 3 to 5 lakh rupees, you're going to have a minimum viable uh, product built. After that, some angel will come. Now, who is an angel? Angel will be someone who may be from the pharma company only, a very reputed doctor, or it could be someone who is an excellent marketing person who has the whole network of distributors and all. And they will then contribute to your venture by giving some investment. So, how exactly it works, I will just tell you. You spend rupees 10,000 for a website development, okay? And plus some product launch link you got from, say, US or Europe. I'm just giving an example. Some company from Europe, manufacturing company, wants to launch one particular product. You spend 25,000 rupees for brand promotion assets. And maybe with you use the college premises and you launch this particular product right in a college with 50,000 of the ceremony cost. Okay, whatever for this product launch. So typically it's a budget of rupees 85,000. Now, in this 85,000 rupees, assume that there are 10 students. Okay. So typically each contribute rupees 8,500 rupees for this particular activity. They do the collaboration. They identify the right kind of product, and they have started this particular startup. Now, in this ceremony, who are the people whom you're going to call? You're going to call the doctors. You're going to call the pharma medical heads and so on. You have made this association. Now, suppose you don't want to spend money from your own pocket. There's a possibility that you don't want to spend money from your own pocket. So what you will do, you will seek some sponsors. Who are the sponsors? There would be some companies like HCL, okay, Infosys and all, who may give some grant, okay, or some advertisement sponsorship. So you got this particular money for it. This particular phase is known as bootstrap phase. What is the bootstrap phase? This is a phase where you are trying to spend money on your own to build one particular product or a service model. After this bootstrap phase, say you were successful in getting these doctors, pharma contributors, take this particular product. The product price was 50 rupees, and you gave that MRP of 75 rupees, and you were able to successfully sell 10,000 products. So you have made a 7.5 lakh rupees kind of a turnover on this particular product. You are on the path of success. The moment you do that, then you start approaching angels. You start approaching the angels and say, this is my venture. I'm launching product. I'm successful in launching a particular product, and this is 7,50,000 rupees. I've already made a sale. Then an angel comes and an angel says, okay, I'm willing to invest rupees 10 lakh rupees on this particular product at 10% equity. The moment you have an angel at 10 lakh rupees for 10% equity, your company valuation is 1 crore. Okay. So it's straightforward mathematics, 10%, 10 lakh rupees. So company valuation is 1 crore. This phase is known as seed funding. Okay. This phase is known as seed funding. And whatever you were doing earlier, this particular phase is the bootstrap phase is known as pre-seed phase. It is like how you are putting one particular seed in the soil and you're planting, you're putting water. Okay, so pre-seed is putting that seed into the soil. And seed phases, when it starts, the particular seed is blooming now into one particular sapling, and it is slowly growing. So please understand that seed funding, the moment someone gives a 10 lakh rupees for seed funding and the company becomes 1 crore, this angel says, please promote this product pan India. Now you have a challenge. I want to have this particular product sold pan India. So who are going to be your potential clients? Okay. They are going to be all the pharma main distributors. They are going to be senior doctors. There will be hospitals. So there are multiple stakeholders who will get into this particular venture. And then you have to be very aggressive. You cannot back out from this particular venture because there is an angel after this particular venture who is going to be providing you with good distributors, and these distributors are able to sell 10,000 pieces. Okay, we are taking one simplistic kind of a thing, and when we talk about 10,000, we are talking about 1 2 3 4 5 10 lakh piece being sold multiplied by 75 rupees. So it is a straightforward rupees 7.5 crores business. Can you do that? This is where the question and challenges begin. Many time what we observe is, एक ग्रुप रहता है, तो ग्रुप में क्या होता है, एक लीडर रहता है एंड सेकंड इज फॉलो ऑन. तर इन मराठी मी करणार मी हे करणार होते एंड ऑल, वो सब नहीं चलता है. यू हैव टू बी डूइंग इट. Okay, we have to see the results. It is not something where you are just putting it on a paper that I want to be a big person one day. It is not that way. You have to prove it. And again, you have to remember that once you are successful, don't become like all will keep praising you and you will go on a cloud nine, and you this will be your last success story of your life. You have to be humble, you have to be polite. These are the entrepreneurship uh, traits which is important. Many a time what happens is we get coveted positions in some company, organization, wherever, and we feel that this is the last milestone which we have achieved, and uh, slowly an arrogant streak starts coming into it. This is where the entrepreneur starts failing. This is the value of that. The value of that, please remember that you have to be totally humble. You have to be in the listening mode. You have to understand the complexities. This is not very easy. Please understand, 100 distributors multiplied by 10,000 pieces per distributor. But what about the supply chain? All of you are in the pharma projects. Supply chain is the biggest problem. Can I give that particular material on time? Will that material be uh, totally effective? What are the chances of that particular pill having some side effect or whatsoever? So multiple factors come into it. I'm showing you this an ideal path. So the moment someone gets a 7.5 crore rupees, now a venture capital person comes in and they say, okay, 10% equity, I'm willing to invest $1 million. Your company valuation is now $10 million, and this is all in a span of 3 years. Okay. First year you started with the product launch. Second year you got an angel. Third year you're a $10 million company. So what happens is it's a huge valuation. And when this particular valuation starts coming in, the pressures also come in. We are guiding all the entrepreneurs to cope up with pressure. Can you take this particular pressure? That is what is important. So anyone who wants to grow in a very quick manner, entrepreneurship is the only way. Otherwise, you be prepared for having one medical shop and you keep selling in that medical shop and you make money, but you are not going to get that kind of multiplication factor. So what we are trying to tell to you is that this is the first round of funding, second round of funding, third round of funding, then IPO. Most of the individual fail in this valley of death phase. Okay, they say, I won't be able to do it, or I cannot have that particular energy to do it. But if you're determined, if you're able to listen, and if you're able to do exactly what is being told to you by that angel or the coach, you will definitely see a success. Okay, but you have to be in a listening mode. So this is the startup finance life cycle which I wanted to show it to you. Uh, each round of funding, the valuation keeps increasing. So let us pause over here to this lean canvas model, and I will just show you something which will be important for you. Look at this 20 growing pharmacy startups in 2023. Okay. Many a time what happens is everyone says that I want to do something, but you are not doing any research. So I'm introducing you the first dimension of passion, the passion framework which I have evolved. The first dimension of passion is probing. Probing means you have to research. Please research and see what are the companies which are already available. And you have to be a very serious researcher. You should not just do for a sake of Google and you will say, "Ha, ye to sab startups hai." No, please go and study what exactly these guys are doing. Okay, and this is very important for you. Uh, Even from an academic perspective point of view, many a time what happens is you go for a job just and you prepare for interviews with 10 to 20 question answers. Okay, ये medicine है, ये medicine का alternatives. You just remember the medicine and the alternatives and the company which is manufacturing. But are you trying to identify an alternative product which is yet to be launched and all? This is where the drug discovery phase, which we are talking about. Are you competent? Are you trying to get into the drug discovery phase is something which is very important. So drug discovery, clinical trial processes and all, you guys have to understand it thoroughly. Okay. Just कि मुझे फार्मा कंपनी का पूरा नो हाउ मालूम है वो नहीं चलता है. When we as mentors or investors, we want to see the whole story of how technically you are motivated and you have that passion. So if you will see full script as a company, see this. 5 years search growth 465%. See the multiple factors. Huh? It is 465% growth. Founded in 200, 2011, location Ottawa, Canada, and funding is $267 million. Now you will be wondering that what is the difference between our college ecosystem and the international college ecosystem and why we struggle. Okay. Uh, Let us take Stanford University, MIT, these are the universities where if suppose you go to a foreigner, the foreigner will say, is this guy from a Stanford University or MIT? And they will fund those individuals blindly or they will hire them in coveted positions. Same way in India, if you will say IIT, IIM, BITS Pilani and all, they will immediately go and hire them. Campus interview, 25 lakh rupees salary also, you will see all that kind of a thing. What happens with the other colleges? Somewhere our alumni network is very weak. Okay, we are just getting into a process of closing everything for an academic formality. We are not very serious on the startup ecosystem. Okay, the problem with that particular approach, and largely the students need to realize it more than the academicians, because academicians are already involved in their day-to-day activity. But the students need to realize that all of you can, for a day, imagine that you're studying in Stanford University and start understanding what is the expectations from those kind of universities. They want an individual who are willing to work at night, morning, 24 by 7. Are you having that particular zeal and energy to do that 24 by 7 mindset? Because we are interacting with a US person at night 1 o'clock. We are interacting with an Australian person at midnight 3 o'clock. We are interacting with a Europe person at 11 5 p.m. 5 p.m. evening as far as 11 p.m. night time. Are you mentally prepared to be in this particular kind of an ecosystem? So suppose I give you one particular, if at the end of the session I say that, okay, we have 100 participants today and let us get around 25 business ideas in pharma. And all these business ideas in pharma, I want this idea along with the problem statement and solution by Monday morning. Means we are today sitting on Thursday and we want this particular data on Monday morning. What we will find is by Monday morning, no one will turn up. Okay, we won't even get a sheet. We won't even get the participant interest that, okay, they are interested in a particular activity. So the problem, the difference between a international organization and us is that we tend to be lethargic. Okay, we don't understand the seriousness, or we don't want to get into this $267 million kind of a funding. In USA, if Mark, uh, the Facebook guy, or we are talking about Elon Musk or someone who are college dropouts, they spend the time doing this research, probing, and they are talking about the second dimension of passion, which is innovating. A probing, you're seeing the recipe because you're from the pharma. I'm just talking to you. There is something known as an API for you. This is not that programming application program interface. It is the API, the drug APIs. You are sitting and seeing the drug APIs, and you're trying to find an alternative, cheaper solution to make the drug more competitive. Are you having that particular zeal to do that? That is what is important. And are you innovating in the product recipe? Are you seriously interested in doing this? In case if you want to formulate your own drug, in case if you want to be the seller side, you want to sell a particular drug, what kind of marketing strategies are there? How a drug is getting popularized soon? Are you having that particular patience to do it? And it needs a lot of hard work over here. So please understand, innovation needs hard work. You need to do a lot of research to identify the innovation. Otherwise, so this is one example which I showed to you. FullScript is a digital platform that provides integrative functional medicine practitioners with a comprehensive solution for prescribing and dispensing professional grade supplements. Platform offers a user interface for managing patient subscriptions. So obviously for this one, software needs to be developed. Now, as a college, the integrated approach is missing. We have a college which has an engineering discipline where there are a bunch of BE computer students lying around you. We have BE electronic students just around you. But we will not find one pharma student going to a BE electronic student and interfacing with that particular person. So that combinator is missing. Please understand what is that P combinator. That combination of people is missing, and this is more successful in the US. So we will have someone who is Mark. He says that I have built Facebook, and I will launch this Facebook in all the departments within the university. Mark is successful, and what we find is Facebook is now an acceptable product in that particular college. Then the college says, Mark, it is one of the best products, let us launch it. Then an investor comes in, then that particular investor starts investing in that particular venture. So what is more important? The key to success is collaboration of academicians, collaboration of committee heads, committee members of the colleges, collaboration of students, and all of you need to be very serious. If you want to get one success, you have to be very serious, and once you're serious, things will start automatically moving in place. So this is Ottawa, Canada. Then Pharma Easy is another product, 2015 launch. See this, $16 billion debt financing. Can you imagine? $16 billion this particular person has taken a loan. But if you look at this particular Farm Easy, this startup has created a steady supply chain. This person is only that allows user to receive medicine, tests, consultation, and healthcare products from vetted pharmacies and clinics. They have a presence of over 1,000 cities and 80,000 pharmacy partners. सोचो आप कितना मेहनत किया रहेगा जिसने भी बनाया है. That particular person has done lot of things. That person is willing to take a risk of even loans. Debt financing means loans. Okay. Capital RX, 3,500% growth. Regular, year founded 2017, location New York. Is Series C. What is Series C? This is something which you have to understand. ये जो ग्राफ दिखाई देता है, Series A is first, Series B is second, Series C is third, Series 4 is mezzanine, Series E, F, that kind of subsequent round of series of funding is there. So what we are trying to tell to you at this moment of time is, please wake up. The industry has moved far ahead than what you guys are even imagining. What is being covered in the syllabus, that will be totally inadequate. All of you need to step up, go beyond, and you need to look into what exactly is being offered. Okay, so please, you can take a photo snapshots of this. You can see this. I have just done a Google. It is very simple. I have just put over your a Google term, 20 growing pharmacy startups. But what we want to understand is, uh, are you prepared and are you really ambitious to do that? That is something which is a food for thought for you from this particular session. So now this is the business canvas model. Okay. So we have a problem statement. Whenever you're starting a venture, please identify that you need to have a problem statement. So problem say, problems के लिए solutions है. So problem and solution. And then what is the unique value proposition which you're bringing to a particular table? Then what is the cost structure? What is the revenue and what is the key activity? So you need to know all these. You need to fill this particular form. So this is where the acting phase of passion comes. I told you probing and innovating. P and I खत्म हो गया. अभी act करना है. You have to act on that particular venture. So what is the problem statement? What is the solution? What is the unique value proposition? What is the key activity? What is the cost structure? What is the revenue? You need to identify. Now how you can do it? I'm just showing it to you something. This is Chat GPT. Okay, generative AI tool. Please tell all the problems in pharma company and what type of startups can be thought of. See, these days it is very easy for acting. Now it is thinking. It will come up with some report. Okay. So please understand that what we are trying to tell to you at this moment of time, you have multiple tools available with you. Please make this particular effective use of the tools. Till it does, we will get into the slide. I just wanted to tell you that you can use the OpenAI effectively. So what is this lean canvas model? I'm just showing it to you over here right away. Business canvas model for pharma aggregator. I'm just showing it to you. You will see tons of images over here. Please go into that image and start seeing. Okay. Everything is available. These days, teachers are not needed. To be very frank, I'm not. Of course, we need the teachers. I don't want them to lose job. But please understand what unique element I am trying to get to you in the table. That is more is important because everything is available everywhere on the net. The attention span of the students have decreased. They assume many things. They don't want to learn. But what we are trying to tell you is, please look into this. Key activities: in-house R&D, manufacturing, testing, marketing, distribution, internal management, customer segment, doctors, healthcare institutes. See how this particular business canvas model teaches you the entire pharmacy discipline in one single day if you want. Totally depends on your rigor. Okay. Everything is available over here. What is the value proposition? Blockbuster drug offering, use of science-based innovation, broad range of product, international approach and all. अभी इन्होंने दुनिया बता दिया है, हमको स्कोप करना है. This is the fourth dimension of passion. Scope. What problem you want to solve and what solution you want to offer. You have to have a very clear scope. The world is offering many things. Please scope your problem. Okay. So probing, innovating, acting, scoping. This is what is important. And then the last thing is you need to set that particular venture somewhere. Who are the people who are going to trust you? Your college, your academicians, your daily interacting with the academicians, principals and all. They are going to be the most supportive people for you. So it would be good at the end of this entire session if there will be a bunch of 50 students going to the principal's office and saying that no, we want to get into the startup ecosystem. This becomes the success of our training programs. Okay. College will be there to support you. We set up free entrepreneurship varsity within the colleges. Please make best use of it. Setting plays a very important role. माहौल अच्छा रहना चाहिए. अगर रिजिडनेस हो जाता है, पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर्स आ जाते हैं और समटाइम्स एक ढकलोराम कंसेप्ट इज देयर. मीन्स मैंने आपको एक काम दिया, यू विल से आई एम टोटली बिजी, आई एम गोइंग टू गिव इट टू द नेक्स्ट पर्सन. नाउ हु इज गोइंग टू बी दैट पर्सन? गॉड नोस. And that work never gets to one right shape. Please come out of that particular mode if you want to get into the startup ecosystem in a proper way. Please look into the key activities. Please look into the customer segments. Please look at the key value proposition, key partners. You will see that all these terms you have to understand if you have to be an expert in that pharma discipline. Okay, some you may know, some you may not know. So please get into it in a fastest way. Huh? Till this is what now we found. Chat GPT was nice. It told the drug discovery and displacement. See, developing new drug is expensive, time consuming. What is the startup idea? AI driven drug discovery platform. मैं आपको live बता रहा हूँ. Please understand. You have to now take up that initiative, and you have to, if you want to make something, please get into it. Startup idea, see, RegTech, creating digital platform that streamlines the regulatory compliance process, managing documentation, intellectual property protection, supply chain, visibility solutions, clinical trial efficiency, drug pricing transparency solutions, personalized medicines, genetic testing, personalized treatment, drug counterfeiting. I'll share this results to madam. Okay. And all of you need to be totally energetic. We may be having n number of pressures in our life. When I started my startup ecosystem journey, I was also in a valley of death only. Everyone will be in that valley of death. But are you determined? Are you working in a company and you are still pursuing your startup dreams and goals? That is where the differentiator lies. And that brings us to the sixth dimension, which is owning. Are you owning up that responsibility? एंड आर यू गोइंग टू नर्चर दैट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी? आपने एक सीड डाल दिया, उसमें पानी नहीं डाला है, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू ग्रो. सैपलिंग होने के बाद उसमें फर्टिलाइजर्स डाल रहे हैं, आप उसको ग्रो कर रहे हैं. प्लीज टेक दैट ओनरशिप रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, वेदर इट इज the college as an organization, trust members, the principal, the various stakeholders, everyone have to be united and they have to say that this is not my session, एक session कर दिया है and खत्म हो गया. You decide whether you guys are very serious to get into the startup ecosystem. You will see over here how things have become so simple. What research I am supposed to do in Google, this chat GPT is giving you that research and it is giving you the ideas. And if you will see this particular thing, I'm just showing it to you, something very interesting. Please make a business canvas model for drug pricing transparency solution. See, everything is available. See, आजकल पढ़ाई मुझे सी मैं तुमको पढ़ाई में सिर्फ ज्ञान बांटने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. आप पहले ये टूल समझो. ओके, अंडरस्टैंड वेयर द वर्ल्ड इज हेडिंग एंड वेयर यू गाइज आर. Okay, you all don't go to libraries, you don't go and read the books, you don't go and do Google surfing, you don't know which are the latest product trends, you don't know the pricing. Then how are you going to cope up with the competitive world? The world is totally moving. That is the reason you find that the IIT, IIMs and all, they keep pushing, because they are they are telling you that please do it. Enforcement, please be very strong. Whatever lean canvas model I have already told you, मीन्स नो एक्सक्यूजेस. सॉल्यूशंस भी बताया मैंने, चैट जीपीटी से भी आप कर सकते हो. आई शेयर दैट पर्टिकुलर वॉट एवर स्क्रिप्ट्स आर देयर टू मैडम. So innovation accounting is what, as an as a organization, if Hinagad Pharmacy wants to take one step, make an ideation workshop, okay, and get ideas from the various members. We had a very successful model with Bharati Vidyapit Engineering Girls College, where we had around 40 candidates, and all of these 40 candidates are today doing AI bot, okay, artificial intelligence bot. All of them are committed. They attend the sessions, and they are very serious to go do something. Okay, it could be a product. At the end, they may not even have a startup, but they want to understand the particular process. So we want to see that same kind of enthusiasm among all of you guys. Ideas, build, product, measure, data, and learn. We'll be there to help and coach you as much as possible. But please look into it. We need to manage the goals. Statistically, we look into this is the owning phase. each and every activity is considered as a product backlog item. So now how these activities are decided? Again, let us take the help of this. Please prepare goal activity sheet for the business canvas model generated. Okay. It will automatically, if you see over here, this, see, then we are just tracking the activity. So please understand, these days the project management and all has become very simple. More important is we are interested in how the candidate is going to perform. Are you really serious to do market research? Okay, if you're not serious to do the market research, then the startup is going to fail. The probing dimensions of passion fails. So please understand, for an entrepreneurial success, all the dimensions are vital. You need to be highly motivated. Experiments is value hypothesis. Hypothesis is an assumption. हम लोग experiment में assumptions करते हैं. Assumptions क्या होता है? At the end of this particular session, how many students are more likely to be an entrepreneur? So I make an assumption that 5% of the student population is interested in starting their own venture. Means from 85 students, we are talking about 5 students, okay, who are interested to start their venture. This is my assumption. At the end of this entire exercise, if 5 students are also not interested, means the hypothesis has failed, assumptions have failed. So please understand, the lean startup philosophy talks about making an assumption and seeing whether the assumption is going to succeed or not. So value hypothesis, growth hypothesis, something which is important. Then you need to scale the startups, automate everything, boost marketing, outsource the non-essential. आप सब कुछ एक साथ नहीं कर सकते हो. You need to outsource it. Okay, hire the right people, and please read this particular statement. Excuse yourself. Please understand, I am a global startup ecosystem. I have done my PhD in startup. But the pharma business will be known best to you only. You are the guys who are actually learning pharma in the most methodical way. So I should not be in a fool's paradise to start one pharma venture, okay? Because that is not that I may not get into that particular bandwagon, because that will, I may not know multiple dimensions. I can value add to you with reference to marketing, then acquisition, mergers, IPO, HR, वो सब मैं तुमको सिखा दूंगा. But the core delivery management, the product management, the delivery management is your baby. So please understand that excuse yourself means get the right kind of team members. आप भाई बहन सगे लोगों को लेके आ जाओगे वो प्रोजेक्ट में, and all of them don't know anything of your product, is not going to help you out. Okay, please bet the right kind of people, okay, for that project. So when you are making a group, okay, don't make a group because all of you are friends. Okay, you need to go beyond that particular friendship and make groups, and then you will see that particular success. You will see the conflicts, because you two dissimilar people are there. They'll be always having a conflict. You will learn conflict management. You will learn to cope up with the pressures of conflict. So investor is looking for all these things. Investor wants you to be passionate about that venture, and you need to successfully make this particular product a success. So anatomy of startup, just quickly telling you, you need to have an ambition, you need to have passion, you need to have drive, resilience and adaptability, flexible, flexibility to think, flexibility to act, flexibility to take forth whatever has been taught to you today. At least please, for a change, go and see all these things. There are tons of paragraphs over here. See, tons of paragraphs. My job as a, whatever you can say, a service provider, a faculty, or a coach, okay, is being very responsive in communication. This is the first success for you guys. I send it to your college professor. Inputs for startup ecosystem. This particular concept is known as delegation. Okay. What is delegation? I have moved the entire data now to madam. So now it is madam's responsibility along with the student's responsibility to make this ecosystem more successful. Okay. And communication plays a very important role. Uh, Madam can also vouch. I don't, uh, I, it's not a habit that where I'll see one message and I won't only respond to that particular message. All of us need to be very communicative. We have seen many students totally not communicative. Okay. They may have read some madam's message and that is it. They have read it, but no response. Come out of all these things. This is not going to work out. You're in an international era. You're in a MNC work culture. We need very strong communicators. Okay. Come out of all that thing. The deal breakers, if you'll see management team, adaptability, market opportunity, communication. Look at this. The deal breaker communication. Communication is one of the vital thing. आप सिर्फ communicate नहीं कर रहे करके आपका deal break हो जाएगा. Okay, the prospective employer may not be interested in you, or you are not interested in that particular, something will happen. So come out of all that thing. You will see over your 5 components for scaling up: sustainability, growth, expanding globally, commercializing the product. This is two, means ये बहुत ज्यादा आगे हम लोग गए. रिपीट करता हूँ, स्टार्टअप करने के लिए कंपनी खोलना जरूरी नहीं है. आइडियाज है, आइडियाज पे आप वर्क करो. गो एंड सी दिस पर्टिकुलर, गो एंड गूगल दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग. List of pharma startups. Okay, all of this could be your potential companies where you can get a job. Okay, see this, n number of companies are there. Figure out, go and try to understand. Just for your information, 1,500 plus startups are there in the world, linked with pharma only. So please get serious, and that is it. Thanks for the time. Uh, if you have any questions, feel free to ask the questions. Madam?
Yes, sir. Are there any questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please proceed.
Hello, sir. Myself Janvi Kakade. Sir,
Yes.
I want to ask that you said we have to do a lot of research before starting anything. Sir, so the question was, you said one of the platforms such as ChatGPT is helpful in researching. But according to my knowledge, ChatGPT has the information upgraded up to only 2021. So are there any other platforms which we can use for the research, which will provide us with the trendy topics in market?
Let me tell you one thing. ChatGPT is up to 2021. That is agreed. Google search is, if you will see over here, I'm just showing it to you. 1 minute. I'm just sharing my screen here. What you do, I'm showing it to you right away demo. Okay. Click on this Google Alerts. Okay. Latest trend in pharma and pharma startups. Create an alert. I will automatically start seeing the latest trend too quickly. Let me see. By means maybe in the gmail.com, I would have seen this particular email already popped up. So please understand that these days there are multiple tools available. Okay, so make effective use of it through these alerts. If you see over here, no. If I'll see over here this Google alerts, whatever are the alerts which I am interested in, angel, venture capital, startup, incubator, I'm getting it every day. So are you getting the point? To answer your question, please make effective use of Google Alert and you'll start getting the latest information.
Yes, sir. And also, one more question, sir. Are there any industry-specific regulation or compliances requirement that I should be aware of?
You need to be aware about the HIPAA regulations. That is the most important thing. Again, I'll just 1 minute. There are multiple regulations, but HIPAA definitely you need to know.
What is your name? What is your name?
Sir, myself Janvi Kakade.
HIPAA complaints, are you seeing?
Yes, sir. Means I'm seeing it for the first time now.
But now, as you have seen, now get into it. So please understand, see, this HIPAA compliance plays a very important role. Any company, pharma company, many of the pharma companies are not aware about it, okay? But we need to have this HIPAA compliance enforcement. You will see your, if you'll see your Pharma Regulatory Authority of India, you please make a close watch of also this. Are you seeing it? The CDS code?
Yes, sir.
See over here what exactly is happening, okay? You will get a lot of insights from this government of India also what they are doing. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Sir, also one more and last question. How
Yeah.
can I build a strong team and foster a positive company culture from the beginning?
See, the first fact is that you have at least opened up when you are interacting with me, you are communicating, your communication things are there, right? Now, from there, in your entire team, you may be knowing the most positive people who are supporting you, who talk more on the product, technology, and all, and are not gossip, not the typical friendly talks, okay? But who is serious about the future, who is serious about the product, formulation, and all. Please identify those members, and you can create a group. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
All need to be like-minded with reference to the goal. The goal is very important. The goal supersedes the company or the individual. So it is something like, if I am Prakash Sharma, passion supersedes Prakash Sharma. Are you getting the point? The goal plays a more important role than that individual, because we are just contributing to that particular goal. So
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else? From any other student?
Okay, one last question. I also wanted to ask that you said that you have to choose a team. So what consideration should I make while choosing my team? Like what are the aspects I should be
Yeah. See, first and
like?
foremost, the team member
Sorry.
capability. I'm sharing it with you. The team member
Yes.
capability. Okay. So suppose you are going to be the technical person. I need some marketing person, right? I need some operations person. I need one particular person who is having a good PR relationship. So teams typically need to be heterogeneous in nature. Are you understanding this heterogeneous concept means what?
Yes, sir.
सेम लाइक माइंडेड रहेंगे, सब लोग कोई टेक्निकल करना रहेगा तो वो टीम फेलियर हो जाएगा. वी नीड the right kind of combinators. Heterogeneous team is very important. Then the second thing is patience. Okay, all the team members have to be very patient with each other when they are executing this particular work, and willing to share knowledge. It should not happen that because someone has volunteered to become a PR person and you won't share the technical aspects of that particular project. Each person should be able to replace one another if time arises, okay? Because startup journey is like a snake and ladder game. You will always be, chances of you falling in the pit will always be on a higher side. You need someone to support you to come out of that particular pit. So willing to share the knowledge, team spirit, availability of the team. So all these factors, please look into it, okay?
So while making team in heterogeneous aspect, so do we also need someone from the legal side?
That comes much later. Okay, at this moment of time, no, you focus on the core team. For legal, you can take external help. Are you getting the point? Someone who will be from the IP, someone who will be from the, so that we can guide you. Okay, that is the reason. The first thing today in our session is what, that from this particular bunch of 85 candidates, if one person may is showing some interest, means what we can say that we were expecting five, right? And now one person is shown an direct explicit interest. So we are talking about a 20% effectiveness. Maybe there may be four more people who are silent and who may be thinking, I am not sure about it. So let us take this baby step, because with the interest of the time and all, no, we will, I am available. So once, madam, once you prepare we will share one, madam, we will share one questionnaire. Okay,
Okay.
Kumudi madam,
Yes, sir.
I'll ask Pallavi to share with you the questionnaire. Whoever is wanting to start their venture, okay, let them fill that particular Google sheet, and then we can also have a, separate engagement, no, discussing with all of them and see how to move them in the right direction. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sir. Sure. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll just, I'm just for the interest of this, whoever wants to get connected with me, this is my LinkedIn ID, Dr. Prakash Sharma, entrepreneur. Please feel free to connect, and you can get going. Okay, this is my LinkedIn ID. Please get going. Okay. So that is it. See over here right now, right in front of you. See, Prasunpal, dear Dr. Prakash, we are opening an investment door to investors in health tech. We solve healthcare availability, affordability problems. So this is another startup in the health tech. And please look at this particular person. This person is offering something at 1 rupee per day. Okay, so we keep getting this kind of n number of starter request. I keep getting some requests from just for your case, who is in the regulatory space. Okay, but for artificial intelligence. So please get going, be enthusiastic, and all the best to all of you. Let us see some startup spin-off from your organization. Yeah. Anything else, Kumudi, or we can close the
Yes.
session?
Any more questions? Or afterwards, you can connect with sir and ask your questions.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for sir your interactive session. I just request Rucha for the to continue with the vote of thanks. Rucha?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. With an immense gratitude, I thank Mr. Prakash, sir, for taking the time out of your busy schedules and guide us today. I thank the organization team of IIC of SCOP and activity coordinators for organizing a great session. I am sure today's session will definitely benefit future startup planners. I thank all my fellow friends. Without your contribution, this session was not possible. Last but not the least, I am grateful to STES Honorable Founder President Mr. M.N. Navle Sir, Honorable Founder Secretary Mrs. Sunanda Navle Ma'am, Honorable Vice President Mrs. Rachna Navle Ashtekar Ma'am, Honorable Vice President Mr. Rohit M. Navle Sir, for providing facilities and their constant support. I request everyone to switch on their cameras for a group photo.
Please switch on cameras.
Okay then.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks then. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
of you. Be in touch.
you. Okay, sir.